After being cast as Hit Girl in the live-action adaptation of the comic book Kick-Ass, Chloe Grace Moretz became an It Girl. She's made over 25 movies since playing the pint-sized, foul-mouthed, ass-kicking 11-year-old. From her southern roots to her current acting hiatus, we've uncovered the facts about one of Hollywood's hottest young talents. Despite growing up in front of the cameras, you may not know everything about your favorite star. But fear not, CBR is here to help. Put on your learning caps and twirl your nunchucks. This is 10 things you didn't know about Chloe Moretz. Over a decade of experience. If you're under 20 years old, it might seem like Chloe Grace Moretz has been on screen since, well, forever. If you feel that way, you're kinda right. Her first role was on the legal television drama The Guardian. After appearing on a couple of other shows, including My Name is Earl, Moretz scored her first movie role in the independent film Heart of the Beholder. She plays the young daughter of a video store owner whose family business is threatened by religious zealots. Her first breakthrough came via the 2005 remake of the Amityville Horror, starring Ryan Reynolds as a sinister stepfather, possessed by the evil spirits of the family's new house. Her role as daughter in distress Chelsea, who communicates with a not-so-friendly ghost, resulted in 7 more roles in television and movies. Family affair. Chloe's family, especially her mother, has always been supportive of her acting career, despite both of her parents being in the medical field. Growing up in Atlanta, Georgia, her father was a plastic surgeon and her mother a nurse. She also has 4 brothers, all of them older. Having them around during her childhood helped Moretz prepare for her more action-filled roles. She's extremely close with her family, as her mother always taught her that blood is thicker than water. Moretz describes her family as extremely close, and maybe a little insane. She knows they may seem a little weird to those on the outside, but to them, it's a completely normal life, one she's proud to have. Brotherly advice. After her parents divorced in 2002, Moretz moved to New York City with her mom and brother, Trevor. They didn't go to kickstart Chloe's career though. Instead, they went in hopes of her brother finding success in the Big Apple, as he was accepted into a prestigious acting program. When Big Brother practiced his lines, little sister would read with him, helping him prepare for auditions. It soon became clear that Chloe had serious talent, and she began going on her own auditions. As her small roles began to accumulate, Trevor chose to focus on his sister's talent. He now serves as her manager, mentor, acting coach, and more. He's had a few small parts in her films and served as a producer on several films, including Kick-Ass 2. Born This Way. Growing up, Moretz's family was always open and accepting. Despite this, 2 of her brothers struggled with their sexuality, finding it difficult to let everyone know they were gay. During their school years, both were bullied and picked on, something that greatly upset Moretz. These situations affected her stances on bigotry to this day. She's outspoken on individual rights, wise beyond her years, refusing to accept discrimination of any sort, regardless of race, gender, or sexual orientation. Her mother always taught her children to be inclusive of everyone, and Chloe followed suit. She's been known to block and report anyone that uses hateful speech on any social media platform, especially about her family. She's not British. By all accounts, Moretz is a straight-shooting gal, not afraid to tell anyone what's on her mind, honest to a fault despite her young age. Still, when you really want a part, sometimes it pays to tell a little lie, or a big one, like what country you're from. When Martin Scorsese announced he'd be shooting his first 3D film, Hugo, Moretz desperately wanted a part. The only problem? The casting company only wanted British actresses. Since doing nothing never accomplished anything, she donned a wig and performed her video audition in her best British accent, one inspired by Gwyneth Paltrow's performance in Shakespeare in Love. It worked, and she kept up the ruse during her next few auditions, not actually letting Marty, her casual name for the famous director, know she was an American until she signed on the dotted line to appear in the film. Not just a pretty face. Helped by her natural beauty, Moretz has spent a lot of time in front of the camera over the last 10 years. However, not all of her roles require her to put on makeup. For 3 years, she played Darby, one of only 4 characters to appear in every episode of the Disney animated show My Friends Tigger and Pooh. In addition to voicing the role, Moretz also performed the theme song starting in the 2nd season. While working on the show, she was cast by Disney to be a voice in their next animated film, Bolt. She recorded every line for Penny, the young girl who cares for the confused canine. The studio, looking for a bigger bump in publicity, ended up hiring one of the biggest names they had on the roster to voice Penny, Miley Cyrus. Moretz ended up recording the voice for a young version of the character, seen in flashbacks. Method acting. For her role in Texas Killing Fields, she spent time with drug addicts in a rehabilitation center to understand why her character's mother chose drugs over her daughter. Since her character barely speaks in the 2013 remake of Carrie, she spent time with victims of abuse, studying their nonverbal cues, their posture, and their eye movements. These events surely helped her land the role of Alina, a teenage prostitute, in The Equalizer, starring Denzel Washington. The role was originally written for a 24-year-old, but Moretz seemed so savvy, so much older than her actual age, ribcage in her audition that the writers of the film adjusted the character in order to keep Moretz in the film. Loves the ink. Moretz celebrated 20 years of life getting a new tattoo, one located underneath her bosom. On her Instagram account, the actress revealed her newest ink, the phrase "it only gets better" permanently etched onto her ribcage. This isn't the first tattoo for Chloe. She has a handful that we know about. She has her family initials on her hip, along with the LGBT pride color spectrum, a salute to her brothers and her stance on inclusion. In addition, Moretz has the numbers 4419 tattooed on her. The numbers represent the amount of miles, 4,419, that she drove across country when she turned 18. Likes younger men. We can't confirm that everyone that Moretz has dated has been younger than her, but her most famous relationship is. In 2016, she announced that she was dating Brooklyn Beckham, who is 2 years her junior. Already pretty famous himself, being the son of David Beckham and former Spice Girl and current fashion designer Victoria Beckham. The couple's happy times were often documented on their various social media accounts, along with throngs of paparazzi. After a short time, it was reported that the seemingly happy couple broke up, while most of her male fans were pleased, feeling they actually had a chance. However, just recently, reports have been surfacing that the once happy couple might be back together. Each has left cryptic messages on their Instagram accounts, leading fans to believe the pair was once again in love. Acting hiatus. Proving she's not lazy, Moretz filmed an average of 5 movies a year since breaking out as the potty-mouthed tween who knows how to kick ass hit girl. The workload, along with the breakup from her boyfriend, may have been a bit too much, as she announced that she was pulling out from every movie role she was currently attached to, including a live-action remake of The Little Mermaid. While she does have several films already finished, waiting to be released, at this time she is not attached to any current films. She's producing a few television shows as she evaluates her future. She publicly stated that she's not done acting, just being more picky with her roles moving forward. After 10 years of being in front of the camera, she needed a little me time. At only 20 years old, we can't wait to see what she does next. To ensure you don't miss awesome facts about your favorite subjects, subscribe to CBR now. Also, don't be stingy with your newfound knowledge. After you impress your friends with the new facts, like and share this video so they can get in on the fun. Thanks for watching.